Just make sure that you tune in to List Wits. You're watching List Wits. If you're blaming in my way, just make sure that you tune in to List Wits. You're watching List Wits. If you're blaming in my way, just make sure that you tune in to List Wits. You're watching List Wits. If you're blaming in my way, just make sure that you tune in to List Wits.
Somehow I knew the camera was going to do that. Somehow I knew the camera was going to jump on me. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. How are y'all doing this evening? It is Saturday night. It is Super Bowl night. And it is television networks. I always do that when I'm looking at the camera. I always get the widow's peak wrong. Favorite day of the year. Yes, the day where everybody sits around with the pizza, the ribs, the chips, glued in front of their TV for 4.5 hours for one game. That means absolutely nothing to most of us. But good evening, Ask. How you doing tonight? B4, El Guapo, Soy. Welcome. No, I am getting it cut here soon. Guapo, I am getting it cut soon. I'm just basically waiting for the end of February when it'll warm up a little bit, and then it'll be back to normal. Yeah, I know. It just feels wrong. I don't know what it is. But how are y'all doing this evening, ladies and gentlemen? Tonight, in addition to our normal list of the evening, and why did that kill in? Oh, that was weird. I was not expecting that to cut in. There we go. Mongolian top knot. I don't know. Maybe is the Mongolian top knot the one that's in the front? So you would like basically. I don't know. I don't think I can. I can't. I don't think I can do it. But no, the problem is it gets too bulky rather than lengthy. So I can't do ponytails. I can't do top knots. It doesn't quite work that way for me, unfortunately. Mine goes out instead of out, or mine goes out instead of down. Basically, is the key. So, ladies and gentlemen, Tonight, we have what I think are fairly reasonable Super Bowl questions for the most part. Tonight, you will be able to participate on Triv Now. So if you want to get the room code, it's down there at the bottom. I think that's the room code. I hope. Actually, that may not be the room code. Now that I think about it. Let me go take a look. I gotta go see what my room code is. I totally forgot to get that. Right. It's changed so much I have forgotten how to get the. Oh, there we go. 8QQ. I got the wrong room code. Bear with me a minute, folks. Why do I have two room codes listed? I don't know why I have two room codes listed. I wasn't paying attention. It is 8QQ. Yeah, one of them's a trap. And you will fall down and give me all your monies. There we go. That is the right room code. So that'll be the room code for tonight. Like I said, tonight is courtesy of Kegler for about 85% of it. Kegler's threw a couple of questions in there that I wasn't really happy with. And there were a couple of them I really liked that I had to rework. And you guys will probably be able to tell the difference when we get to them. Because mine are usually the longer questions. But for us to get to it, ladies and gentlemen, we have to go through the list. No, surprisingly, he did not have a lot of Lions questions in there. I needed 8 topics. He got me 7, so I had to do a whole set myself. And then there was some of them just I don't know. They didn't feel right either when I read them, or they weren't quite right. I think there was one in particular that was like throwing me off, just because I read it and I thought I knew the answer, and I'd go back and look and I'm like, well, he says it's this, I say it's this. Let's get rid of any ambiguity. And I think I only threw out like 2 of them, but I think you like them all together. Like I said, they do vary anywhere from the very easy to moderately difficult to a couple of good hard ones. But the hard ones are always going to be multiple choice, as you will see. No. I was doing the deletions, and for some reason, when I edit text boxes, for some reason, Guapo, it hangs. So I don't realize there's something wrong with it until after I start it back up. So it's like I'll get in there and it's like, wait. It's like internal lag. And I apologize, folks. I should not be this sleepy. I actually fell asleep in the chair working on questions. And then I went to take a nap. So I should be wide awake. I don't know what the problem is. This is what happens when you get old. Um, yeah, so it's like a lag. Only when I edit, um, only when I edit text boxes for some reason. I don't know why, but it's just strange. It's like that's the one thing I have problems with slops. All right, so is there anything you guys want to talk? I'll tell you what. Before we get started, I don't have a poll available. Let me see if I can do it. No, I can't do a poll while I'm doing this, can I? Let me go see real quick. I was going to see if I could do one, but I probably can't. No, I can't do it at the moment. So the question is, who do you got tomorrow? Do you have the lambs or the kitty cats? Or if you're like me or like my wife, she'll probably have Animal Planet on and she'll have the dog bowl on or the puppy bowl on. There we go. That's what I was waiting for. So, ladies and gentlemen, how about we get things started with a list for the evening? Oh, and folks, I did not pick it. I swear the computer is in love today. So, ladies and gentlemen, for the next 30 minutes, how many musical performers from the Super Bowl can you name? Now, I am only looking for specific acts. So if you give me a combination, I'm only going to count the first person in the combination. So I'm looking for individuals or individual bands. So with that, ladies and gentlemen, your 30-minute timer starts now. And I'm going to tell you, some of these are hard. Or at least I think they are. See, I am pulling for the Bungles. I will admit I'm pulling for the Bungles just because I hate the Rams for about 60,000 reasons. So I think, and this is my personal opinion, I think Burrow and Chase are going to be too much for the Rams to handle. Beyonce, Paul McCartney, Bruno Mars, Rolling Stones, Prince, all good ones, but not there. So remember, I am looking for musical performers. That is the key to the title. Bruce Springsteen, Chubby Checker, not on the list. Coldplay, Lady Gaga, not there. The Weeknd, Shakira. And I don't even remember when one of these actually did it. I remember them being mentioned, but I don't remember what year it was. Madonna, Aerosmith. I'm gonna say Aerosmith is probably one of my all-time favorite performances. Janet Jackson, Bon Jovi, Michael Jackson, Sting, Mariah Carey. The Eagles. So again, pay very close attention to the topic because it will make a difference on at least two of these that I know of. U2, Phil Collins. Now, did anybody else cry during U2's performance? Only when it started. Yep. Hey, as long as it's moved you, that's all that counts, Guapo. Because I am going to say, when they first announced they weren't changing it, nope, I'm not bands. So bands are basically college bands. Ask. So groups count. I will be honest. When there you go. Yes, for instance, Up with People is a musical performer. The Who, Tim McGraw. That's why I said pay attention to the word performer. That is a very important part of the title. Oh, speaking of Dolly, did you hear she got nominated for the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame? I found out last night on my way home. Let's see, who else got nominated? Duran Duran got nominated. Devo got nominated. Dolly Parton got nominated. There we go, Guapo. The first one off the list is J Balvin. Yeah, but I think the Hall of Fame is realizing. I think they're coming to the conclusion they need to be a music Hall of Fame and not just a rock and roll one. I think they're coming to that realization. Because everybody is now like delving over to pop music and hip hop and country. So you're not going to get any more Ozzy Osbournes or Meatloafs or Steppenwolfs. I mean, I don't consider Devo rock and roll. I really don't. But they're on the list. Are we not men? On a good day, yes. But yeah, it was like I'm just coming down the road, and it's like I'm gonna say it's actually pretty cool that she is getting nominated for her rock and roll music ability because she's written some rock and roll songs. Now you might classify her voice as pure country, which it is. But if she makes it in, I think she makes it in more as a songwriter than a singer. But I'm not sure she's going to make it in because it was a weird list. So I can see some very strange selections. So again, ladies and gentlemen, we are looking for Super Bowl musical performers, not counting any bands or choruses. So again, pay attention to the title. It makes a difference for a couple of guesses. Madonna, Snoop Dogg, Beyonce, The Weeknd, Prince, Destiny's Child, Mark Ronson, not there. Crosby, Stills, Nash, Bruno Mars, not there. Make sure I didn't miss one. Nope. Okay, I did not miss it. MIA, The Police, no Bon Jovi, no Tom Petty. Nicki Minaj. And Guapo, you should be ashamed of yourself. You haven't mentioned Left Shark yet. Hello, Twisty. How are you doing, my friend? Don Henley, The Stones, Pink, all good ones. I'm not falling apart. I'm still going deep. I'm still going deep. Oh, by the way, let me know if I am echoing tonight. I fixed the voice mod. What'd you do? Cut it off? I believe he would cut it off if it got him attention. Alicia Keys, not there. The Beatles, not there. So again, we are looking for. You know, when you do that, you make it so you're getting old faster. I can't actually pop my knuckles anymore. I actually can't do it. Usher, Coolio. All right, so remember, guys, read the topic again. And I'm going to give you guys a little hint. The topic is very important for on at least two of these. Cher, Justin Timberlake, Prince. All good ones, but not one of the 10 the computer has chosen. Insane. Christina Aguilera. Back. There was no Super Bowl in 1955, Twisted. Backstreet Boys, New Kids on the Block. Luther Vandross. And no, there were actually no music. There were no non-band musical there were no non-band musical performers until 1970. So it has to be at least 1970. Lionel Richie, Aretha Franklin. In fact, I'm going to say one of these has at least two from my favorite halftime show. I have a favorite halftime show, and two of the people on the list are from it. Oh, and you will also notice there's one other thing it doesn't say. It doesn't say halftime show. So do not forget that part. I think that's where you got the Balvin one from, Guapo. There we go. Guapo giving me Carrie Underwood. See, not that much of a stretch. Oh, was he? I thought he was in the pre-show on that one. I thought he was like the musical lead-in. I remember Bad Bunny being in it. I thought they had split. Maybe I got it wrong because I thought they split those two up to cover like both episodes. Faith Hill made it. That's why I said you have to read the topic very carefully. We are looking for any Super Bowl musical performers, not counting bands or choruses. Hey, Kegs, how we doing? No, actually, I used most of them. I think I only had to dump two because they were like too easy. And one, I just found something I liked a lot better. Because there were two of them that was just like super softball, super softball for a 2-year-old. But other than that, I think all I had to do was clean up the wording on some of them. Yeah, we reduced the Lions content by 73%. Actually, it was 74%, but we rounded down the decimal. Oh, it's all right because I want to make sure there were some good easy ones in there and some good tough ones, and there were some of both. Justin Bieber, Selena Gomez, Gloria Stefan, all good ones, but not who we're looking for. So remember, this is Super Bowl 54, right? Figure take out the first three because the first three were nothing but marching bands and things. So you got 51 Super Bowl pre-shows, 51 Super Bowl halftime shows. And Miss Diana Ross on my list. Carly Simon, Queen Latifah, Tony Braxton, Joni Mitchell, all good ones, but not who we're looking for. Jay-Z, R. Kelly, Lenny Kravitz. So again, ladies and gentlemen, we are looking for Super Bowl musical performers. No bands, no college bands, no chorus groups. And again, these are not necessarily halftime performers. That's the other key part to this topic. Aaliyah, Katy Perry, Whitney Houston, Kiss, Beyonce. I will guarantee you guys know at least 4 of these when you see them. There's 2 I'm not gonna be so sure you guys are gonna know. But we'll see. Beyonce, Weezer, Sting, Eddie Money, Bush, Nice Doubt. Like I said, I think there are 2 that'll stump that you got to think about. I think everything else, when you see it, you can name them off the top of your head. George Harrison, Patsy Cline, Madonna, Imagine Dragons. Which one did they do? I'm trying to think. Which one did Imagine Dragons do? It had to be a recent one if they did. live, live from the studio. Blink 182. I don't think Blink 182 ever did it. I don't think Blink 182 ever did. Live, I can't see Live doing one. I can see Imagine Dragons being in it. But I don't know if they were or weren't. So again, ladies and gentlemen, we are... You know what I'm missing? I just realized what I was missing. I missed my prop for the night. And I don't know where it is. So again, ladies and gentlemen, we are looking for 6 remaining musical performers at the Super Bowl. You didn't tell me your birthday was on a Super Bowl day, Twisted. And I can only say that to Twisted because he knows I love him. All right, we're down to 4 minutes, folks, and there will be no bonus time on this one. Maroon 5, I know they did do the Super Bowl, but they did not make the cut. Let's see, if there were any that surprised me that were still up there, would be number 2. I think number 2 is the one that would surprise me as still being up on the list. Salt and Pepper, Garth Brooks, George Michael, Madonna, Will Smith, Pink, Stevie Wonder, Jordan Sparks, Tony Bennett. Oh God, could you see the numbers for the performance if it was a Tony Bennett Super Bowl? It'd be like plunk. Tanya Tucker, Luke Bryan, Travis Scott, Michael Jackson, Mary J. Blige. I know she did. I think she did one of the anthems. I think. So, yes, she would have counted as a musical act. No, the weekend is tomorrow. I know the weekend. I think the weekend is on the list for tomorrow. And I will be honest, I always thought the weekend was a band, not a solo artist. Oh, so this will be her second appearance, I think. Cal Channing. I thought Weekend was this year's. See, I didn't watch last year. All right, wait. Well, then who's on the list for tomorrow then? Mary J. Blige. Red Hot Chili Peppers not there. Bum, 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 bum. Shania Twain not there. Kendrick, Eminem, Mary J. Blige, Snoop Dogg, and Dr. Dre. I don't know if I'd call that the most stacked one, but it's not a bad list. I won't call that the most stacked one, according to this article. Hello, Stacy. How you doing, my dear? That's a good list, though. I'm going to admit. So wait, where did I just do with it? I just shrink it down. Let's see. Kendrick Lamar. Okay. Eminem, Mary J. Blige. Definitely good ones. Snoop Dogg and Dr. Dre should be fun. Snoop Dogg and Dr. Dre should be fun. Prince was the best. See, I'm going to be honest. Even though I'm not a fan of her flamboyance on stage, I still say every time Madonna's done a big show, she's knocked it out of the park. She knows how to do theater. Now you may not like her, you may like her, you may not like her style, but she puts on one hell of a show every time. But I'm gonna be honest. My favorite pre-show, halftime show was the Motown one. You had James Brown, you had Diana Ross, you had get rid of that. You had Smokey Robinson. To me, the Detroit Motown one was the best show I can say I've ever watched on TV, because I knew everybody, I knew all the music, I knew all the acts. It wasn't one of those where there was one person that came in and just kind of like dragged it down for me, even a little. Now, the ones you guys didn't get, and a couple of these I'm not surprised. We're going to start with Arturo Sandoval. He was the Super Bowl IV national anthem player. I believe I have that right. One of the more obscure ones, and you may or may not know it. If you are a Hamilton fan, Philippa Sue is one of those musical performances. No, I am not just making up names. I took pretty much every name. I took every name pretty much off of Wikipedia. Yeah, I know. And put them in there. Number 5 is LMFAO. And it was... They were on stage with Madonna. Then we have singing America the Beautiful, Leah Michelle. And I don't normally do this. Let's see if I can get it to play and if you guys can hear it. One of my all-time favorite renditions.
Show Glee, Leah Michelle.
Oh, beautiful for spacious skies, for amber waves are gray.
I don't know if you guys can hear it or not.
For purple mountain majesties under the rooty plain.
Okay. She did, I'm going to say, because she didn't really do anything. She didn't put her own spin on it. I think that's one of the reasons I appreciated her more than anybody's. And number 2, you guys started off with some boy bands, and then you quit. I had seen NSYNC. I had seen... where'd the other one go? I had seen some boy bands come up, but then you quit, and you left off Boys to Men. Boys to Men was the last one on the list. So yeah, like I said, the idea wasn't all halftime shows. It was literally they did the national anthem, America, anything else during the pregame, or the halftime show. If they had been in any part of the four, they counted. And like I said, I knew Arturo Sandoval was going to be the one that I had a feeling nobody was going to get that one. All right, so with that, Guapo, we owe you some points for the very strange combination of Carrie Underwood and J Balvin. So with that, Guapo gets a small. And 15 whammies. Twisted going to my Motown heart with Diana Ross for 45 whammies. And finally, Ask My Balls, who went country for me because he knows I'm a country boy. Faith Hill for a one-player game. So we will deal with that in a little bit. Let me get to my winners list. That's 4 for Ask. And Guapo with 3 smalls, which I think I have piled up for you, Guapo. I just got to put them in a box. But like I said, let's see. Who had Smokey, Philippa? I got a feeling it's going to be behind Lee. Nope. The vault shot was Anturo, and LMFAO was for 5 whammies. All right. So like I said, tonight, it's all Super Bowl. It's all Super Bowl. It's all Super Bowl. So let me get you guys over to the main board. And you might ask, well, what the heck? Oh, who Ask is calling for a wheel spin. All right, give me a moment, Ask. And we'll see what happens. I gotta remember to expand that because it's like tiny. Oh no, Ask. Ask. It's the white. It is 87 points. That have gone down the drain. So, at least it's not a record breaker. At least it's not a record breaker. So again, you guys may be asking, why did I pull Bullseye? Well, the reason I decided on this was because I'm not in a bar. You're not in a bar. You guys are all in front of your, well, you may be. You never know. If you are, drink and drive safely. Drink and don't drive. I figured the best way to do a sporting game was to find a sports game. Well, I have never gotten around to getting 2-minute drill fixed. I have never got around to doing Ash the Schwab. So I figured I got one sports game on my board. And you're laughing like, darts? Sports? Yeah, I'm going to officially classify darts as a sports game for one night only. And like I said, the Englanders are nuts. You would never have thought watching a darts competition would get people as crazy as it does. But somehow it does. You see the little mini stadium fill up. It's one of the biggest things on their TV. So either British TV is really boring, or Brits are really crazy and like pointing objects to be thrown at one another. I haven't figured out which yet. So tonight, courtesy of Kegler and myself, we will be doing the game of Bullseye. So let me get Bullseye up. So if you are interested, sign up on the TrivNow app. Ignore the link because, like I said, my links never come out the same, and I don't know why. I'm doing something completely wrong. The correct code is 8Q8H. And while you guys are getting yourselves set up, I am going to go grab some more coffee, and I will be right back. Dun, 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 dun. All right, I am back, folks. Sorry about that. All right, so Bullseye is very simple. Bullseye will have 8 categories on the board. The computer will be throwing darts at random. Do, 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 do. Put some music back on. Your score in the TrivNow app will be 1/10 of basically whatever the dart is. So if it's a 10, if it's a 10, you get a point. If it's a 25, 2.5. 550 is 5. 10 is 100, and bullseyes are 25 points. Now, the game runs up to 8 bullseyes. Once the 8th bullseye is found, That's the end of the game. Or that question will be the last question of the game. We're basically going to go through 4 bullseyes to start with. And then we'll do a quick halftime break. And then we will finish it off. So this game, like I said, can run 8 questions. It could run all 40. I don't think it will run all 40 because of just the random number feature. But if you are ready, again, we're looking for you guys on Triv now. Right now, I only have 2 people in. So again, these questions are, the majority are from Kegler. Like I said, there was a couple I had to rewrite. And then there was a category, I had to do one category myself. And you guys will probably be able to tell which category is mine when we get to it. All right, so if you are ready, I got 3 people in. Are we going to have any more, or is that going to be it for the evening? Okay, why are you not starting, computer? Here we go. Took a second for my board to show up. All right, so basically, because I do have to find the questions because they are not in order, you'll see the question on the screen. It'll give you a few seconds. Then you will see it in the TrivNow app. 45 seconds for the TrivNow app, and then we will reveal the correct answer. Note, all of the main questions are multiple choice, with the exception of the bullseyes. The bullseyes are fill in the blank or short answer. That is the other one rule. So with that, let's start the game. All right, your categories, and ignore the first question. There we go. Your categories will be Super Bowl coaches, Super Bowl halftime shows, Super Bowl MVPs, Super Bowl final drives, Super Bowl contenders. These are related to the AFC and NFC championship games, Super Bowl commercials, Super Bowl cities and stadiums, and Super Bowl firsts. All right. And the computer has chosen for the first dart Super Bowl MVPs. So let me get over to the question. Surprisingly, this college has never had a player win the MVP at the Super Bowl. Is that the University of Texas, the University of Alabama, the University of Michigan, or the University of Georgia? This was one of those questions I wanted to make fill in the blank, but then you could just pick some like rinky-dink small university, and it would be like, yeah, I gotta give you credit. Surprisingly, this college has never had a player win the MVP for the Super Bowl. So we got about 10 seconds left. We got all our answers in, but I'm going to give people a chance to join as well during the game. And every one of you went for the University of Alabama. I will tell you, and I do know this, Alabama was Super Bowl III and Joe Namath. The correct answer was the University of Texas. The University of Texas has never had a Super Bowl MVP. Reggie Bush was the closest, being USC. Steve McNair was in the list. Michigan was the punt receiver for Green Bay, and I can't think of his name right now. Desmond Howard. And Georgia, or Tom Brady. Georgia was, and I forget who it is now. I had this memorized. Hey, Bus, how you doing today? If you're interested, Bus, we are doing Super Bowl trivia. Room code is not DYVBDV. It is Q8Q8H. Oh, yeah, Bart Starr, too. I forgot about Bart Starr. And Ken Stabler. Or did Ken Stabler win it that year? Terrell Davis. Thank you, Kegs. I'm sitting there like I know it's a running back. I know it's a running back. I just can't think of which school it was. All right, guys, your next dart throw. And we are looking for Super Bowl contenders. So again, remember this will be... All right, come on, computer, get down there. What did I call this category in? Oh, the game before is what I called it. All right. Between 2011 and 2020, the New England Patriots made it to 9 consecutive AFC Championship games with a combined record of, I should say 8 consecutive championship games with a record of 5-3. So that makes them the most consecutive. However, which team has had the second most consecutive championship appearances? Is it the Oakland Raiders, the Buffalo Bills, the Kansas City Chiefs, or the Miami Dolphins? Well, I'm glad you stopped by, Buzz, even if you're not in the game. Because we welcome anybody that wants to try to learn a little something, even those weird things like American sports. The Buffalo Bills have the record for most consecutive Super Bowls. However, they did not make the championship game the year before or the year after, so they stopped at 4. The Miami Dolphins had a good run with 3. The Kansas City Chiefs also had 4 at one point in their history. However, with 5 consecutive runs to the AFC title game, it was the Oakland Raiders. It was the Oakland Raiders that had 6 consecutive AFC title games, and I think they went 2-4. I think they went 2-4 in those AFC title games. I have to go back and double check because I didn't write the numbers down like I should have. So nobody getting that one. And with that, we are looking for our next dart of the game. And the computer says we're going back to Super Bowl firsts for 50 points again. Oh no, it's doing Super Bowl commercials. It changed on me. All right, for 50 points. And this, I'm going to say, is probably my favorite question I found. Some Super Bowl ads go down as iconic. However, one such Super Bowl ad that has been played in multiple Super Bowls was a standard TV commercial where a kid offered Joe Green his Coca-Cola and he got a jersey in return. This commercial has done so well it has been satirized and remaked, including a commercial in the Super Bowl 46 with the same player, Mean Joe Green, but for what product? So the Mean Joe Green original ad was Coca-Cola in the jersey. What product was the same ad used for in Super Bowl 46 with the same player? Was it Downy, Tide, Coca-Cola, or Pepsi? We got 3 guesses in. And time is up. And Guapo and Stacy, you were on the right track. You just picked the wrong product. It was Downy. Basically, it's a girl this time. Mean Joe Green's walking down the trenchway. And she throws him a bottle of Downy clothes conditioner. He throws her the jersey. She throws it back because it stinks and says you need to use the Downy. It's basically a riff of the Coca-Cola commercial, and it is actually very, very funny. And I found out this commercial has been riffed on Futurama, South Park, Sesame Street, other TV commercials. It is, as they would say, probably the greatest football ad ever to have been made. All right, let's get the darts going again for our first simple answer Super Bowl MVP question. And the question is, only 2 players born outside the United States have won the Super Bowl MVP. One is Canada's Mark Rypien, quarterback for the Washington Redskins. The other is Pittsburgh's wide receiver, Hines Ward. In what country was Hines Ward born? And this is a fill in the blank. So I will give you the 45 seconds and a little bit longer. So we're basically aiming for a minute. This is one of the questions you did, Keg, that I had to replace. This is one of those that I had to replace in terms of questions, and the fact that there were only 2 players born outside the U.S. that had won it was like, oh, I want this fact. So Chase, we're waiting on you. And one person actually knew this. The actual answer was Pittsburgh's Hines Ward was a military brat. He was born in South Korea. He was born in South Korea. And ooh, why did that give so many speed point bonus? That should not give him that many. Oh, it didn't give speed point bonuses. Never mind. Never mind. His mother is Korean. His dad is a U.S. Army Ranger, I think. I think he was a Ranger. I'm not 100% sure. But he's one of the guys that I do respect. But yeah, that's one of the ones I had to replace of yours, Kegs. Just because the one I had, I couldn't work to a readable fill in the blank answer. All right, ladies and gentlemen, the next dart is another Super Bowl commercial. Michael Jordan and Larry Bird met off in a game of horse in basketball for a Super Bowl commercial for Super Bowl 28. What company was advertising the showdown between the two NBA legends? Was it Nike, Ford, McDonald's, or Visa? Now, my second question, this won't count, is who got the last shot? Who got to name the last shot? Was it Jordan or Bird? See, I told you there were some good ones in there. There were going to be some easier ones. And this one was definitely an easier one because we had a social. It was, come on, Mouse, get over there. It was McDonald's. It was indeed McDonald's. The last shot was off the billboard, off the corner sign, off the lamppost, and straight through the net, I think, if I remember right. If I remember right, it was off the billboard, off the building, off the lamppost, and in. But it was a McDonald's advertisement. And yes, Larry Bird got the last call. All right. Your next dart, ladies and gentlemen. Super Bowl cities. And I thought I fixed I thought I had fixed the punctuation, but I guess I did not. And this, I'm going to say, is probably my favorite of Kegler's questions he gave me. The coldest outdoor temperature for the opening kickoff of the Super Bowl occurred in this city. The coldest outdoor temperature for the opening kickoff of the Super Bowl occurred in this city. Was it East Rutherford, New Jersey, Minneapolis, Minnesota, Irving, Texas, or Indianapolis, Indiana? We got the 3 current players in. And again, guys, if you are interested, you can join us at Q8H. And the reason I love this is because we put the words outdoor in quotations for a reason. Kegler, do you remember what the actual temperature was outside for this game? I remember looking this up at one point. I didn't write it down though. But basically, if this game had not been in a dome, they would not have been able to kick a ball, much less handle it. It was 8 degrees. Do you know what happens to a football when it gets 8 degrees Fahrenheit? It turns into a rock. And I mean a legitimate rock. And because it was outside, it was in the Minneapolis Metrodome in Minneapolis, Minnesota. Now, for those of you that don't know, the Ice Bowl, which was Cincinnati, San Diego, it was the ground temperature, I think they said, was 25 degrees. The wind chill factor in the Ice Bowl got down to minus 41. But wind chill does not affect a football like the ground temperature does. Yes, the locals described it as balmy. But yes, if you've ever picked up a football like in 8-degree temperatures, and I have, you cannot handle it. It's a rock in your hand. There is nothing you're going to be able to do with it. All right, so we have had how many? We've only had one bullseye so far. And the next dart is Super Bowl coaches. Now I'm going to admit, this is my category. Kegler had given me 7 categories, and he couldn't think of an 8th one. And I'm like, dude, you got players, you got stadiums, you got cities, you got ads, halftime. What you missing? You're missing coaches. So here is your first coaching question. It comes up at random, ask. It is totally at random. Name the only coach to win both a National Football League championship and an American Football League championship. That is Vince Lombardi, Weeb Ewbank, Hank Stram, or Tom Landry. But you'll notice over on the left, those are the bullseyes that are still waiting to be hit. So far, the only one we've hit is the MVP one. That's the only bullseye we've hit so far. And everybody is in, and that was as tough as I thought it was going to be. Because everybody went for the 2 superstar coaches. But Vince never won an American Football League championship. Hank never won a National Football League championship. Wait, do I have that right? And Tom Landry never coached in the American Football League. That means is Weeb Ewbank. Weeb Ewbank is the only coach to have an NFL and an AFL championship. All right. The next dart is we're going back to MVPs. And this is a 100-point MVP question. This NFL team has had the most unique players named the Super Bowl MVP. Just guessing against Tom and Vince? That's a good way to look at it. That's a good way to look at it. Which NFL team has had the most unique players named MVP for the Super Bowl? Was it the Dallas Cowboys, the Pittsburgh Steelers, the LA Oakland Raiders, I'm counting them all as the same, and the Green Bay Packers? And timer is up. And you would be surprised. You would think it would have been Pittsburgh with as many Super Bowls as they had. However, they've got the same amount as Dallas, except Dallas actually has a co-MVP. So in 6 Super Bowls, Dallas ended up with 7 MVPs. Pittsburgh ended up with 6. Green Bay with 5, and LA and Oakland has 1, I think. It was the Dallas Cowboys. It was the Dallas Cowboys. So Chase getting that one. All right, and we are going to go for the next dart. Super Bowl firsts. This was the first Super Bowl city in which the Super Bowl was held in an indoor facility. This was the first Super Bowl city in which the event was held in an indoor facility. And I know it says Ann. I thought I got that. Is it Pontiac, Michigan, Houston, Texas, New Orleans, Louisiana, or Atlanta, Georgia? And I'm going to admit I almost took this question out, Keg, because I found one I had liked as much, but I passed on it. The correct answer. The first indoor facility to hold the Super Bowl was the Superdome. It was the Superdome. We had 2 people go for the Georgia Dome. One went for the Silver Dome. Those did happen, but they happened later. Now, this is a question that's not on the board, and it's a freebie sort of question. And then what I was going to replace this with was name the only city to host back-to-back Super Bowls. And this is one you can do in chat if you like. I'll tell you what, if you can give me the answer in chat, and I'll even let you do it, Kegs, I will give 10 whammies. If you can name the only city to host Super Bowls in back-to-back years. Nope, not Tempe. It is Miami. Miami was going to be at one point the only city they wanted to host the Super Bowl in. So they held Super Bowl I there and Super Bowl II. And then after that, they decided we're going to move it around. There have been only 2 cities to hold them in alternate years, and that would be Miami and New Orleans. It went Miami, New Orleans, Miami, New Orleans for one sequence, and then Pasadena somehow went in there. Okay, Super Bowls 2 and 3. Yeah, one was in Los Angeles. They did not like, and from what I gather, it was basically Los Angeles turned into a logistics nightmare. And they said, we need some place where we can do this consistently. And Miami won out. And then other cities were like, we want a shot at it. All right, ladies and gentlemen. You had New Orleans, but you doubted yourself. Sometimes it's the gut responses, it's the right one, Stacy. All right. We are looking at final drives. And let me get to this. Joe Montana's final drive in Super Bowl 23 he started it when it is rumored that he said he saw what actor in the stands that he wanted to impress. Was it Sylvester Stallone, Bruce Willis, John Candy, or Arnold Schwarzenegger? It is said that Joe Montana's touchdown Super Bowl drive in Super Bowl 23 started when he saw what actor in the stands that he wanted to impress. Was it John Candy, Arnold Schwarzenegger, Bruce Willis, or Sylvester Stallone? And I don't know why I only made this a 10-point question. I really don't. But everybody is in, and only one person got it. Joe Montana wanted to impress John Candy. He wanted to impress John Candy and basically win the game because he saw the Canadian in the stands. At least that's what the rumor is. I don't know if it's true or not. Kegs, is that one a true one, or do you think that one's just a rumor? I think that one's a rumor, but you never know. I mean, Tony Romo wanted to impress what's her name, so he fumbled the ball in the Seattle game. All right, ladies and gentlemen, your next dart is another Super Bowl first. And let me get to it. This is a long one, so bear with me. Matthew Stafford and Joe Burrow face off tomorrow, and it is only the second time two number one draft choices face each other in the Super Bowl. The first was Peyton Manning versus Cam Newton. However, the question is much more simple. What college football conference did all four quarterbacks play in college ball? Was it the ACC, the SEC, the Big Ten, or the Pac-12? This is one of your questions I adapted a little, Kegs, because I was going to leave the Peyton Manning Cam Newton thing as the answer, but I couldn't get it to good multiple choice. I could not get it to a decent multiple choice with Peyton Manning and Cam Newton.
That's whose voice does it every week. Hello there, how are you? Good evening. Welcome back to our show. I hope we get a chance to meet them after the show. How old are they?
All right, everybody is in. The correct answer was the SEC. Stafford was Georgia. Burrow was LSU. Manning was Tennessee. And Cam Newton was Florida and Auburn. So it's basically all four SEC schools represented in the only face-offs in the Super Bowl. Or I should say the only four number one matchups. All right, guys. Your next dart is Super Bowl contenders or the other game. In only one calendar year prior to a Super Bowl, had both the AFC and NFC conference championship games gone into overtime. Which year were both title games overtime games? Was it 2018, 2017, 2019, or 2016? My three players are in. Oh, and unfortunately, all three were wrong on this. We had two guesses for 2017, one for 2016. The year that both title games went to overtime was 2019. 2019. Oh, damn it. I'm not going to remember this now. Kegs! Fact Finder. What were my two games?
The 1, 2, 4, 8, 16, 32, 64. Yes, the $64,000 question. And now, the star of our show, where knowledge is king and the reward king size. Have art.
Waiting for my... There we go. Yep. Pats Chiefs and Rams Saints. And that's why I asked Kegler to say it, because I will get mad if you remind me of 2019. All right, ladies and gentlemen, your next dart. We're going to halftime. Well, not really. We're going to halftime shows. Which of the following college bands, remember from the list I told you not to include any bands. Well, now you get to include a band, has performed at a Super Bowl halftime show. In fact, they've been in 6 of them between the 1960s and the 1990s. Is it Grambling State University, the University of Wisconsin, Ohio State University, or UCLA? My 3 are in. And surprisingly, Guapo is not one of my correct players this round. He went with Ohio State University. But the correct answer was Grambling State University. They were a regular feature in every early Superdome or every early New Orleans one. And they actually played, I want to say, one in the 70s, once in the 80s, and once in the 90s. So nicely done, Stacy and Chase. Nope, OSU has never been a Super Bowl band. All right. Oh, this is one of those weird ones, or one of those weird facts. Name the only NFL team. Oh, and this is a fill in the blank. So you got a 1 in 32 shot. So this is our second bullseye, folks. Name the only NFL team that has won a Super Bowl but has never won a conference championship game. Name the only NFL team that has won a Super Bowl but has not won a conference championship game. And I will give you guys a few extra seconds on this one to think it out. This was one of those good questions that I had never considered. Because the early Super Bowl did not have conference champions, you knew it had to be an early Super Bowl team. The only team to get to the Super Bowl in that time and never make it later to win a conference championship game, although they've been to one, was the New York Jets. The New York Jets famously beating the Baltimore Colts because there were no conference championships. So they just took the best NFL team, best AFL team, and put them together. Stacy, are you having one of those moments where I need Shadow just to answer some of these? All right, we have had 2 bullseyes. So again, we go 2 more bullseyes, and then we go to halftime. And our next question is from Super Bowl cities. This college's home field has never hosted a Super Bowl. So 3 of these 4 college fields have. We have Arizona State, Rice University, University of Minnesota, or the University of Central Florida. One of these college teams, their home field has never been used for a Super Bowl. The other 3 have.
For $25,000, what does it say?
It's now or never.
So we're waiting on Chase. Chase is in. Well, Rice University actually held the one that was scheduled. It was scheduled to be in the Astrodome, but the Astrodome couldn't fit it. They said, or they couldn't get the turf up. They couldn't get like grass down in time for the Astrodome to host it. So the city said, we bid on it. We got a football stadium right over there that'll host it. That was Rice University. Arizona State is Sun Devil Stadium, and they hosted the first Arizona Super Bowl. And then we just talked about the cold outdoors of the University of Minnesota. The University of Minnesota has hosted a Super Bowl. The only one that hasn't is in Central Florida. And that's because it's not in Miami, but it's in Orlando. Orlando has never bid for or hosted the Super Bowl. So Central Florida, what we were looking for. All right, our next question. Here's our third bullseye. This was the first city to host a Super Bowl in 2 different stadiums. And this is a fill in the blank. This is the first city to have hosted a Super Bowl twice, once in a different stadium. Nowadays, well, I can't tell you that because that might, I'm trying to remember if that's a question I've got in here. Oh, I think some people are going to be slapping themselves when we show the correct answer. Kegler, before I show it, you want to reveal the 2 stadiums? If you don't remember, whisper to me because I got them in. Yep. Tulane Stadium was 1967. The Superdome was 1971 or 1970, whichever year I'm trying to think of. New Orleans was the first city to have hosted a Super Bowl in 2 different stadiums. All right, we have had our third bullseye. One more bullseye and then we'll go to halftime. And we are going to... Oh, it is halftime, folks, after this question. And this was one I wrote, and I'm hoping you like it, just because it has Bill Belichick in the question. Throughout NFL Super Bowl history, there have been only a grand total of 3 head coaching rematches, which means Coach A faced Coach B more than one time. Chuck Noll went 2-0 as the Pittsburgh Steelers beat the Minnesota Vikings twice. Jimmy Johnson and the Cowboys beat Marv Levy twice. But what coach has a 2-0 record against Bill Belichick in Super Bowl history? So I need the name of the coach, not the name of the team. And I loved this fact. Of 54 Super Bowls, there were only 6 of them where it was the same 2 coaches. Wow, that went just a little easier than I thought it would. Chase, you got caught by the bug. I figured everybody was going to remember it was the New York Giants. However, Bill Parcells never faced off against Belichick. It was actually Tom Coughlin who coached both Giants wins over Bill Belichick's Patriots. It was the Giants, but it was only Belichick or Coughlin. All right, so with that, folks, we are at halftime. And let me see if I can get the leaderboard up. Currently in the lead is El Guapo with 90 points. Chase is in second with 58. And Stacy, you're putting up a good chase. You're putting up a good run against Chase. You are at 47. All right. So with that, we are going to go to halftime. So bear with me a second. Remember to put your answers, your guesses in the Triv Now app. I'm going to admit I was hoping it would pull up Joe Montana. Because I think there's a Joe Montana one in the file list. It would have been perfect if they'd all been football-based ones. Yeah, I figured, because not everybody's a sports fan, so we had to go with something with multiple choice. But I had to come up with some that were like just tough enough, like the Tom Coughlin one, that deserved a fill in the blank one. Oh, I timed it almost perfect. I was off by 1 square. I was off by 1 square. Chase, you gonna get a guess in? Not Marconi, but I will give you a chance to re-answer. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time. Oh, it's not Marconi. It was Sir Alexander Graham Bell, the maker of the radio, the maker of a primary metal detector. And I did not remember the metal detector fact. I don't remember the metal detector fact. And with that, because halftime scores do count, ladies and gentlemen, Guapo has stretched out his lead to 201, but Stacy has moved up to second with 114, and Chase, the halftime one, gotcha. You are still at 58 points. All right. So again, ladies and gentlemen, the second half could be over in as little as 4 questions or however many questions remain on the board. So if you guys are ready, let me know in chat. Stacy is, what is, I'm trying to figure out what that one is. Guapo's ready because he's answering trivia questions. Oh, I'm sorry, Ask. All right. So again, this game can go 4 questions or ever how many is left. Does it say groovy? I can't read because I gotta go like rotate my head to try to read it. All right, let me know when you're ready, Ask. Let me know when you're ready, and then we will get started. And like I said, I'm hoping, like I said, I know there are still some questions in that are very, very well known. But I'm hoping that the questions have been stuff you guys didn't know or have learned. That's what I'm hoping. We're waiting for Ask to let his phone get caught up. All right, Ask is back. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So like I said, this could go 4, this could go 30, 24. So we got 4 to 24 questions left. And here is question number 1 of the second half. Chuck Howley was not only the first defensive player to win the MVP for the Super Bowl, but he also did it by playing for the losing team. Which team did he play for? Did he play for the Miami Dolphins, the Kansas City Chiefs, the Dallas Cowboys, or the Minnesota Vikings? Chuck Howley was not only the first defensive player to win the MVP, but he also won it while playing for the losing team. Which team did he play for? All right, my 3 players are in. If you guys remember the earlier question, I almost gave this one away. There have been 2 co-MVPs, and there has been 1 player that won it for his team to give the most individual MVPs to the Dallas Cowboys. Super Bowl 7, I think. He's the only defensive player to get it, or the first defensive player to get it, but he's the only one to get it for playing on the losing team. And nobody got that one. We had Minnesota and the Kansas City Chiefs. Minnesota would have been my other guess if I didn't know that fact, since they have lost so many of them. All right, ladies and gentlemen, the next dart is a bullseye. And the question is very simple. Which team was the first? All right, come on, learn to type, Mark. To appear in 3 consecutive Super Bowls. What was the first team to appear in 3 consecutive Super Bowls? I've never understood why they got the label America's team, because everybody hates them. So I guess it's basically they're America's team because it brings the rest of the United States against Dallas. So who was the first team to appear in 3 consecutive Super Bowls? Now, they aren't the only team, but they were the first team. All right. Guapo and Stacy, you took the trap. The Buffalo Bills are the first and only team to appear in 4 consecutive Super Bowls. But before they did it, it was the 16-0 and 15-1 Miami Dolphins. The orange and teal squeakers, so to speak, were 71, 72, and 73, I think. The Dolphins were the first. The Steelers were the first to win 3 Super Bowls, I believe. I'm trying to think in my head real quick. But they had a gap between their back-to-back years. It was the Dolphins. I can't do a dolphin sound, and I don't have a sound effect for dolphins. All right, ladies and gentlemen, your next dart is another bullseye. Wow, when I said it might go only 4 questions, I did not think it was going to be 4 questions, but you never know. All right, you are going to have to write this out, and you are going to have to write this out in order. Okay? Mountain Dew made a unique result of an ad for their Kickstart beverage with a character made up of 3 parts, or 1 part of 3 different creatures. Can you name that creature in order that had you asking, what the hell were they thinking? So Mountain Dew had a Kickstart beverage that was basically multiple parts of 3 drinks. They created this character to represent it. It is the world's ugliest CGI character ever known in existence, in my opinion. I need to know the name of the creature in the correct order. This might be Guapo's favorite question. When Kegler wrote it, I had to use it. This is a Kegler question. When Kegler wrote it, I had to use this question. But I loved it so much, and because I hated that the fact that the multiple choice was just going to be variations on the same, I had to pick this as a bullseye question. And if I had the window, I would show it, but I'm not going to show it because I don't want that nightmare. Kegler, do you want to tell him what the name of this creature was? I will say it is not iguana bear squid. It is not man bear pig, although I love that for a non-guess, Chase. It is one of the worst CGI creatures ever made. It is the puppy monkey baby. It is the puppy monkey baby. And when you got done, you realize one thing. The advertising people of Mountain Dew had a little bit too much of this to smoke when they put this commercial together, because they thought this was a good idea. It was a puppy monkey baby. Yeah, now, see, that's what happens. You just kind of click starts the memory ask. I don't know, like I said, they... oh, do I have... I don't think I have the webpage on this one, or I'd put it up. I would do it. I'm sorry, Stacy. No lawsuits. All damages are self-contained. That's all I'm gonna say. Let's get rid of that one. As we go for...
And now a game of high stakes, where every decision is a gamble and every move could be your last.
Uh-oh. All right, there we go. Super Bowl first. Name the first AFC team to win the Super Bowl. All right, where is that question? Hold on, I gotta find it. There we go. Was it the New York Jets, the Kansas City Chiefs, the Baltimore Colts, or the Pittsburgh Steelers? Now, this should be one of those, what do we call them, trivia nuggets? Name the first AFC team to win the Super Bowl. Chase, you still with us? There we go. And we have reached the end of the question. And it is... Broadway Joe's making a lot of appearances on our show, isn't he, for some reason? Because it is Mr. Legs, Mr. New York Jets, Broadway Joe, that led the Jets to beat the Baltimore Colts in Super Bowl III. All right, ladies and gentlemen, our next dart. I didn't think I would either, but somehow historically, they've shown up more than I thought they would. Commercials. Bum, 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 bum. For Super Bowl I on CBS, That's true. Oh, you're right. Yeah, I think. Ooh, good point. They should have said AFL team. They should have said AFL. For Super Bowl one on CBS, a 30-second ad cost a company how much money? Was it 42,500, 37,500, 40,000, or 35,000? Yeah, I probably edited it and goofed and changed the C to an L or the L to a C.
Now, this is a game show where you not only get a chance to win these beautiful prizes, but also this 45,000.
Point taken. I will edit that before I give it to Alex Trebekbot. All right, my 3 players are in. And believe it or not, Stacy is the only one to get this. As a 30-second ad cost you $37,500. See, I told you guys this is why the Super Bowl or TV network's favorite week or favorite show, because they charge a fortune and their competitors still charge a fortune, because you know they're looking for those people that aren't watching the Super Bowl. This is like network TV's biggest advertising week of money. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Uh-oh, halftime shows, and it is our 3rd bullseye of the half already. This performer fiddly performed in a downpour during their halftime performance. And again, it is a fill in the blank. And I kind of remember this, and I think it's a brilliant question, but I'm going to stop there. This performer fiddly performed in a downpour during their halftime performance. And all 3 of my players jumped on that one. They knew that one in a heartbeat. So we are going to end that. And we're going to say, Purple Rain, Purple Rain. I can't do a Prince voice. I'm sorry. But it is Prince who performed Purple Rain in a rainstorm. Ironically, this one also had choices. There was Garth Brooks for Thunder Rolls, Prince, and 2 other ones that did a weather song, and I can't think of who Kegler picked for it. I felt bad taking it out of multiple choice, but I figured this one was easy enough that you guys should catch it without any problems. All right, folks. So what we do not want to see, or if you're guapo, since we're looking for one last bullseye, we have Guapo at 261, Stacy at 150, Chase at 83, and I will say, Guapo, that halftime score you got is coming in very important, because you would only be up by 11 points right now. You would only be up by 11 points to Stacy if it weren't for the halftime question. Pearl Jam was the other one. All right, ladies and gentlemen. The next and potentially last dart is not the last dart. It is Super Bowl firsts. This was the first team to play a Super Bowl at their home stadium. Was it the Arizona Cardinals, the Indianapolis Colts, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, or the San Diego Chargers? Halftime broke me. This is the first team to play a Super Bowl at their home stadium. Is it Arizona, Indianapolis, Tampa Bay, or San Diego? And everybody is in before the buzzer. And we are going to say that the only team that got to play a home game, and I had to live with this from my mother-in-law for a while because she made fun of New Orleans, who came close but not quite, was the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, who got to play in Raymond James Stadium 2018? Was it 2018, I think? I can't remember now. No, it was sooner than that. Last year. Okay. Was that last year? Oh, that's right, because it was Tom Brady and Gaga, everybody going Gaga over the beautiful boy of football. I remember. I don't know why I was thinking 2018. So 2 years in a row. Yeah, surprisingly, this will be 2 years in a row. Tampa Bay last year, LA this year. All right, ladies and gentlemen, your next dart is a Super Bowl commercial. And this one should, I think, be one of those trivia nuggets. This computer company is said to have begun the idea of commercials as small movies. When Ridley Scott directed their Super Bowl 18 ad, playing off the year of the Super Bowl as the commercial theme. This computer company is said to have arguably begun the idea of commercials being small movies when Ridley Scott directed their Super Bowl 18 commercial, playing off the year of the commercial as the theme. And I was going to leave out computer company, but I just couldn't find a way to do it and be comfortable with it. All right, everybody is in. It was indeed Apple Computer, playing off of 1984 being the year of the commercial. In 1984, the book by George Orwell. And basically, that is considered the first ever Super Bowl commercial. Everybody getting that one right. And our next dart is Super Bowl coaches. All right. Often you will see a coach lose a Super Bowl only to come back and win it the next year. I think there's about 7 of them. 7 or 8. But 4 coaches have won a Super Bowl to come back to lose it next year. For example, Mike Holmgren with the Green Bay Packers won Super Bowl 31, lost Super Bowl 32. Which of these four were not one of those four coaches? So we've told you one of them is Mike Holmgren. Which of these four did not lose a Super Bowl or win a Super Bowl and then come back the next year and lose the Super Bowl? Was it Andy Reid, Pete Carroll, Bill Walsh, or Bill Belichick? Everybody is in. The correct answer we're waiting for my computer to give it up for me. Come on, computer. Is Bill Walsh. Andy Reid lost it with his first run with the Eagles, then came back to win. Belichick lost one with the Patriots, then won the next year. He has won back to back, and he's lost in one, but he's never won and lost. Bill Walsh has actually only ever been in a winning Super Bowl situation. He has never lost a Super Bowl. All right, your next question. And we're finally into the cities. I was wondering if we were ever going to get into the cities ones. Cities and stadiums. The westernmost Super Bowl happened in this California city. Was it San Diego, Palo Alto, Los Angeles, or Santa Clara? And if you guys want to argue this one, Ben Kegler, because I don't think I double-checked this one. I don't think I troubleshot this one because I almost replaced this with a north and south question. And I left it in there and I forgot to double check the facts. There we go. Everybody in. Chase waiting until the last minute. And he waited correctly. The westernmost city of California, or the westernmost stadium in California, is in Palo Alto. Palo Alto, San Francisco, that area. Levi Stadium, basically. I think the borders for San Diego are further west, but where the stadium is located in the city, it's far enough east where Los Angeles is furthest most to the west, I think. But where the stadium is in LA, it's farther east than the one that's in Palo Alto. Whoop. And I've got an active question somewhere. Hold on. There we go. Stanford Stadium. Okay, Stanford Stadium. I was thinking Levi Stadium for some reason. All right. Super Bowl MVPs. This Super Bowl winning MVP was the first to coin the phrase, I'm going to Disney World. Yeah, Levi's hosted one. This Super Bowl winning MVP was the first to coin the phrase, I'm going to Disney World. Was it Steve Young, Jerry Rice, Phil Simms, or Emmitt Smith? And everybody is in. And there's just something about New York. I don't know what it is. Maybe he just wanted to get away from the cold, because it was Phil Simms that wanted to go to Disney World after winning the MVP. I still say he got paid to plug that line. That's my personal opinion. I think he got paid to plug that line and made a fortune doing it. All right, your next dart is the halftime show, and this better be a social. That's all I'm going to say. The infamous wardrobe malfunction happened with Janet Jackson and this singer. Was it Michael Jackson, Will Smith, Justin Timberlake, or Kanye West? This was the first question Kegler put in his file, by the way, just so you guys know. This was the very first question in his file he sent me. Waiting on Stacy. There we go. And yeah, this one had better have been a social. This one had better have been a social is all I'm going to say. It is Justin Timberlake, and I still say they need to let Whitney or Janet re-perform in the Super Bowl. I'm just saying. It was two that did it. They brought one of them back. They need to bring the other one back. Even if it's just for a bit part, even if it's for just one line or one song. Yeah, it was on purpose. It was on purpose. They need Janet to come back. Well, see, here's the thing. Yeah, her record sales went up, but the NFL said they were blacklisting Janet and Justin. What happens about 5 years later? Oh, we're going to have Justin come back and perform in the Super Bowl. Wait a minute, you just blacklisted him. Am I misreading the term of blacklist here? Like I said, it's just one of those things. Do the right thing, the NFL. Oh, well, it's the NFL. They'll never do the right thing. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Your next question is our final question of the game. Scott Norwood's last-second kick in Super Bowl 25 was declared no good, preserving a New York Giants championship and preventing the Buffalo Bills from winning at least one Super Bowl. The question is, how did the kick fail? How did the kick fail? Oh, we're talking field goal, Yvonne. Try again. I'll let you clarify. I will wait for clarification. I'll wait for Stacy to get in. All right. If I had given you the choices, I'm going to say only one person got it right. If I had given you the choices wide right, wide left, short, or blocked, what would you have taken? Okay, that I will accept, Yvonne. I will say the snap holder did not fumble the snap. If I told you wide right, wide left, short, or blocked, and you guys can answer that question in chat. But I will tell you, the correct answer is he missed wide right. Now, I will say I did look it up because I wasn't sure. It was not an easy kick to start with. It was 47-yarder. He got all of it distance-wise, but it pulled wide right. Is one of Al Michaels' most famous calls. Yeah, it pulled right by maybe 2 feet. Maybe 2. It was so high. It was high enough. It went above the uprights. So they had to get the ref that was standing on the right side. He had to look straight up to make sure he got the call right. It was like a couple of feet. But yeah, it was 47 yards according to what I was told. Ba-ba-ba-ba. There we go. The field goal, wide right, 47 wide right, was Norwood's missed 47-yard field goal at the end of Super Bowl 25. So like I said, it was not an easy kick to start with. But Al Michaels is screaming, wide right, wide right. And ladies and gentlemen, that is our last dart of the game. It is time to find out who our champion was. As I think it was, like I said, the halftime points did make a difference. Or a very close difference. Guapo pulled away just enough afterwards, where halftime didn't come in. As Guapo takes it 292 to Stacy's 154 and Chase at 97. Nicely done, guys. So, 292. $154. 97. There we go. So, like I said, hopefully you guys like our little Super Bowl preview. You have Whammies again. And Guapo for winning. I'm trying to think. I don't have anything. Like I don't have anything football related. I was hoping to have something football related, but I don't. So for winning, Guapo, you are now the proud owner. And let me get over to the camera so you can see it. You are now the proud owner of the Dungeons and Dragons collection. Like I said, I thought I had something football based, but surprisingly, I do not. I've been getting hockey pieces and baseball pieces. Let me look. I got baseball, I got hockey, I got a basketball one somewhere. I have absolutely nothing in the football field. Diane? No, it's Blood Bowl. There you go, Kegs. You can use that for Blood Bowl. All right, Guapo. That you can do Ogre Bowl or whatever that game is called. I forget. But yeah, I can't believe I don't have a single football prize. I mean, I got football stuff, but it's all Saints stuff, and I don't give away my Saints stuff. All right, guys. So with that, we are going to wrap it up tonight. Next week is... Yeah, I can't give away my Saints stuff. No. Next week, we will be doing the Great Getaway Game. Next week, much like tonight, will be a Trivial game. Multiple choice. Learn your landmarks, your geography, and your world history. That's basically the best hint I can give you for next week. And then the week after that, we are going to do a general Jeopardy game. I've got an idea for a theme for that. We're going to have to see if it works or not. Because I've got to find a ton of questions for that one. Because I need to theme it out, and I don't like the ones I have on file right now. So we're going to see what happens for Jeopardy. So yeah, so like I said, next weekend, Great Getaway Game, landmarks, geography, maps, history, just basically this one's a knowledge-based question. And again, just to let you guys know, it's all multiple choice next week, so that'll help. Jeopardy is never multiple choice, obviously. But with that, we are going to wrap things up tonight. I have not seen if there's anybody on. Anybody got any raid suggestions right now? I'm trying to see who's on. Let's see if there's anybody trivia nighting it right now. Ooh, I'm not seeing any. Well, let's see. We got... Oh, I've been wanting to do this. So you guys please hang around for the raid. We are going to raid Corn Stream. I have been meaning to do that forever. If I can spell it right. Tradiax on his 17th hour playing FIFA. The kid's nuts. The kid is nuts. That's all I'm going to say. So with that, guys, we're going to send you over to Corn Stream. Please. Why is it not doing it? So let me linger on for just a minute more, give or take. Hopefully I'll get some packages out this week. Stacy, Guapo, and a couple of others are due to go out. I've got to finish up the letters and then getting the boxes sealed. So hopefully. All right, come on, computer. Work. It doesn't want to raid. Why do I always have this problem when I want to raid somebody? Huh? It always does. It's like it does not like me raiding, and I don't know why. There we go. Let's see if that works. You know what it may be? It won't let me do it because I don't think they're on my friends list. I don't think it's going to let me do it because they're not on my friends list. So if you guys would do... There we go. We're going to go hit Corn Stream game. The keyword is fake raid for fake Super Bowl. For Super Bowl Sunday. So with that, guys, we are going to wish each and every one of you a good night. I will see you guys next Saturday right back here with the Great Getaway Game. And hopefully, a lot more fun in line and in store. So with that, guys, we will see you guys on Saturday.